Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SCUM Development Update. Today we're going to be having a little look at Development Update number 50, and this is dated the 17th of April 2023. Hello ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I'm doing this a little bit under the weather. I went to see Sabaton on the 18th and my voice is still not back to normal, so I will be winging this a little bit. So anyway, let's go into the programmers. First, they're working on examine save state after server restart. Now, this to me is just a server save state after a server restarts. Nothing really much to go into this. Working on the cooking rework, we've already dwelled on this in the past two updates, so there's not really much more that we can talk about on this. Bug fixing, code review, finished implementing the cooking user interface, which is very good. This is very good news because this means that possibly 0.85 is on the horizon. Working on new server settings. We've also covered this in a couple of videos prior. Resolving issues with new sentries. So they've discovered that there might be a few issues with the sentries, minor issues maybe, but nothing too major. If it was something major, they would clearly state it. Adding grenades and gas grenades to the new sentries. This is going to be a scary one. This is going to be very scary because by the looks of it, they have a flamethrower, they have a Gatling gun, and my suspicions were correct. The launcher on its back is a grenade launcher. We're going to have normal fragmentation grenades and we're going to have gas grenades. I would imagine the same gas that they use in the kill boxes. Next, working on the electricity system. Now, I've had a long think on this, and I think the batteries for the cars are going to be used as rudimentary batteries to power lighting and possibly anything else that requires electricity. So we might actually find ourselves using electrical components, electrical workstations, or just electrical utensils like, for example, filament lights, light bulbs, etc. So that's very, very exciting to see. Implementing generator functionality. Now this goes on. Generators. Are we going to have to fuel them with diesel or petrol in order to provide our bases with electricity? Now this is a cool thing. This is something new for SCUM. At the moment the electricity system is only based around batteries, cellular batteries and 12 volt batteries, as well as the car batteries that you'll find around the game world. So I'm very excited to see what they do with the electricity system. Next, working on tear gas effect. Now, this is interesting. Tear gas. Now, the only people that I know, or the only organisation or government bodies that use tear gas are in fact law and order, the authorities, the police, etc. Maybe the military police as well, but this is very interesting. I want to see the effect. I really want to see what it'll be like. Instead of fragging an enemy out of their base, you could gas them out of their base or cause them to, tear up, lose vision in maybe both of their eyes, maybe one of their eyes, maybe respiratory issues where they can't sprint, their stamina's affected by it. This is a really cool feature and I can't wait to see it. And implementing the smoking feature, which is the last item on the programmers list. We've already dwelled on this in a couple of episodes back, so we're going to go on to the level designers. Level designers this week. Not really much going on in their list. Setting up loot spawners, which is something we covered in the previous video. Working on Abandoned City level design and Abandoned City optimizations. Still very good to know that they're actually optimizing as hard as they possibly can, getting the best performance possible out of this level design that they're creating for the new Pripyat style city that's going to be situated just outside of the nuclear power plant. This is going to be cool, but this is all the level designers have been doing this week. I'm not really fussed about that. This is actually really good news. I like to see optimizations and I like to see that they're doing it. Anyway, let's move on to the art team. Alrighty, art team, let's see what you've been working on. Working on the new trailer. Now, this is something we've covered in a previous video, but I'm very happy to see that they're making it as good as they can get it. I can't wait to see this trailer. It will be for 0.85 I believe, because they have 0.9 possibly planned, I'm not sure. they keep talking about it, the devs keep talking about it, and they keep throwing hints at me, and I can't really make heads or tails of it. So 0.85 is going to be the trailer that we see, I don't know, fairly soon, in a month, maybe 2 months, something along those lines. They're doing a lot of work, they're doing a lot of updating, and they're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, not telling anybody about it, specifically us, you know. Anyway, very exciting to know, and I can't wait to see it. Next, working on the new male models. I told you before, I'll tell you again. I'm very excited for the male models, not because of all their looks, but because of the fashion that they will actually come with. The new fashion system which is currently attached to the female characters. I keep stating it, and I'll state it again. It looks the best. The plate carriers all look fantastic. The way that the jackets hold on the bodies, the way that the boots, the military boots, you can tuck in your trousers if they're jeans, if they're joggies, if they're tracksuit bottoms, etc. They all tuck neatly in to the boots, which is really cool to see, and I'd love to see that for the male models. Next, working on carcasses for hunting rework. Now, we got a little screenshot of the hunt. Well, maybe not the hunting, but the way that carcasses are going to be displayed or portrayed in the game after a successful hunt, where the animal is in fact butchered and the skin has been, the hide, has been skinned off of it, and all the valuable meats have been essentially taken from the animal's body, leaving nothing but a bunch of vital organs, which are maybe not any use, as well as the skeletal structure and the head, antlers, etc. It's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see this hunting rework. It's going to be a phenomenal little update, especially on the hunting, because the hunting at the moment, as you know, all you do is look around for an animal track which uses your focus mode, your awareness mode. You then find the tracks, you follow the tracks, you then find the animal, you shoot the animal, or you throw something at it, in my case, a pitchfork or a pickaxe. Those work very well. Then you essentially track it after that point, because now that it's bleeding, you can tell if it's a light bleed, a medium bleed, or a heavy bleed. If it's a heavy bleed, that animal will drop soon. If it's a medium bleed, you might have to do a little bit of stalking before you find its carcass, just bled out. And a low bleed or a small bleed, you're going to be chasing that thing for a while. So I can't wait to see how the carcasses look when a successful hunt is essentially done. Next, working on Generator's concept art. Now, they might release a couple of little leaks, maybe this week, maybe next week, of the generators, and I can't wait to see them. This whole video is essentially me telling you I can't wait to see these things. You guys know as well as I do, everybody's excited for new content on this game, and this is new content. Generators, new carcasses, hunting reworks, the abandoned city, tear gas, the new sentries, the fact that they are working tirelessly and very, very hard to get to a point where they can put in NPCs into this game. It's gonna be cool. I can't wait to see it. Next, working on new cooking items. We've dwelled on this before in a previous video. I can't wait to see what other things that we can cook, to be honest with you, because we've got pots and rudimentary pots made out of wood and bowls and such. They've got soups and such. I can't wait to see what sort of meals that we can cook on the barbecue or the grill. It'll be really cool to see. Next, working on the cruiser low poly model. We've dwelled on this before, don't really have to go into detail about it. You can watch the previous video for my input on that. Adjusting male clothing to the new male models. I'm genuinely sorry that my voice is like this through this video, but because I've put it off for so long, this is unfortunately what I sound like. Blame Sabaton for being such a killer band. Anyway, adjusting the male clothing to the new models. Very excited to see the new fashion attached to the new male models. It's going to be cool to see. It's going to be awesome. All the characters in the game are going to look awesome regardless of how they look. If they look like a civilian, if they look like some sort of policeman, a fireman, if they look like some sort of military unit, some sort of combat veteran, etc. They're all going to look awesome. Anyway, let's move on to the sound. Alrighty, let's find out what that one sound guy's working on. Working on new sentry sound effects. Now, we heard some of these sound effects from Tomislav's video. You can watch a couple of videos prior, you'll be able to find out what they sound like, or you can go to Tomislav's Twitter and you can go and watch that video. I'll put a little link in the description below for you guys to check that out. Now, the sentries are going to have even more sound effects because, as we mentioned before in the programmer section, they're going to have flamethrowers, they're going to have a Gatling gun, and they're now going to have a grenade launcher. So there's even more sounds to attach to these sentries, and it's going to be terrifying. It's going to be awesome, but it's going to be terrifying. Anyway, next, implementing animal audio rework. Dwelled on this a wee bit before, but I'm glad to see that they're changing up the audio of some of the animals in the game. I can't wait to hear the boars properly grunting and the possibility of the deers bleating out in search of a mate, or if it's a female one, a doe, just bleating out because they're bloody loud. Also, the wolves, I want to see them howl more. I want to see them properly growl. I want to see them like barking at us. I want to see them aggressive as possible. I know they're aggressive right now. I want to see them even more aggressive. We're walking into their territory. They have to protect it. I want to see a snarling, evil wolf chasing us down, as well as the bears as well. Let's not forget the bears. I want to be scared of those. At the moment, I don't feel scared of those, but if the audio is subtly changed, I feel that the fear factor will be placed very, very well. Anyway, let's go on to the QA and the CM guys. Alright, to QA and CM, let's see what you guys have been up to this week. Hunting and banning cheaters, ban appeals, Steam general discussions and bug reports, performance benchmarking and optimization testing of upcoming features, and various bug reports. Good to know that the QA and CMs are doing their damn best for this game. QA, in my opinion, is one of the most important roles in the game development studio, I would imagine. Fair enough, you can argue the programmers and the level design, the people who create the characters and stuff are all important, but when it comes to QA, everything that the level designers do, everything that the programmers make, has to go through them. They're the quality assurance guys. They're the people that essentially make it perfect for us to play on. So, hold QA and CMs in high regard because they do a lot of work for us. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, lastly, at the very bottom of the document, we've got the design team, and they've been adjusting game design documents, adjusting item descriptions, and working on the new game design documents. Now, this could be business related, and some of it is, related to us, the players. Adjusting game design documents. This might be game design documents that are featured in possible future supporter packs. Adjusting item descriptions. Some things are just labelled wrong, some things are just described wrong. And working on a new game design document, that's probably business side. That's probably something to shill to even more investors, even more folk like that. Anyway, that's going to be development update number 50. Design update? Development update number 50. Again, I do apologise for my voice sounding this way. It sounds very ASMR, but I can't blame Sabaton, I have to blame myself because they played an awesome show and I was singing my damn heart out. It was fantastic, it was amazing. I've got various videos of it, I might share them out. You can go check them out on my Instagram, you can go check them on my Twitter. I post them there, and I might post them on my Discord. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you all another time.